In the news, Ondo Assembly approves appointment of commissioner nominees. Hope rises for commuters as asphalt overlay of Akure-Ado Road project underway. African Development Bank to begin disbursement of $540 million Industrial Development Fund to boost food security. And from the foreign scene, 3 dies as wildstorm ravages U.S. state of California. Thank you very much for joining us tonight on the news at 7 on Osrc television. I am Oyewumi Hayimibara. The ongoing Akure-Ado Road realization project is near completion. Contractors supervising the project, Mohammed Anas, assured that before the end of February, asphalt overlay is expected to have begun on a portion of the Akure-Ado Expressway Road project. Saeed Arabisala visited the expressway to get an update on the level of work done so far.
The ongoing Akure-Ado Road dualization project appears to be on course, with the evident activities of construction workers visible at different sections of the road.
On this section of the Akure-Ado Expressway, work is currently ongoing, and the construction workers are trying to stop this boulders at calls before the blinding process commences, all in an effort to ensure that quality is not jeopardized.
Construction is yet to fully succor the hardship of the people. The road expansion, drainage and bridges construction necessary at strategic locations have been embarked upon. Project supervisor for the construction company handling the dualization, Mohammed Arnouz, said no stone will be left unturned to ensure quality is not jeopardized. Arnouz, who noted that work is being carried out every day of the week, said asphalt overlay will begin on a portion of the road before the end of February.
First, and I will start the second side to build the road motorable.
Okay, you want to finish one side?
Yes, was asphalt.
First, when is asphalt likely to come here?
Of course.
When? When is asphalt likely to
Asphalt, maybe I need 20 days to start asphalt. 20 days. I will start the asphalt from here to up.
20 days from now to start asphalt?
Yes.
Okay, that's like before the end of this month?
Of course.
Some residents of the area and commuters of the road expressed optimism that the pace and quality of work will continue to be sustained.
Even when we passed the place today, I was very happy. The construction is going on. They are not stopping. And I pray by this time of next year, when we come to celebrate, we will continue to celebrate in Akure North. I know by this time of next year, that road must have completed. I believe the work is going on fine. We thank federal government, we thank President Tinubu for this road. And we're happy. People of Akure North, we are very, very happy.
It will save us a lot of damages of our vehicles and other things. Then it will quicken our journey. I mean, for us to go to Akure, it might not take us more than 10 minutes.
And when we look at the level of the road so far now, they have been trying to make sure that they put it to normal use. And they are working on it, and there's improvement on the road now. And I think, let's say, by the end of this year now, the road will be at least one lane will be motorable, while the others will be worked on. Later, by next year, the road must have been completed.
The federal government flagged off the re-awarded dualization of the 50-kilometer Akure-Ado Road project, and the project is expected to be completed within 24 months time frame. Saeed Arabisala, Osrc News.
The Ondo State Deputy Governor Olaide Adelami says government would create new innovations with relevant LCT values in a bid to enhance efficiency and transparency in governance. Meeting with his immediate staff in Akure, the Deputy Governor packed on excellence and attention to details. Government House correspondent Zimo Ebiene covered the event as presented from our studios.
Addressing the staff, the Deputy Governor, Adelami, commended the staff for their diligence and commitment to their works.
As you are aware, after the swearing-in, this is my first day in office, and I considered it necessary to go around to see for myself, the staff compliments, to meet them, one by one, and to also look at the environment, where they're working. I discovered that I have a compliment of a staff that looks committed. I commended the productivity from the compliments I got from the PAMSEC, in my office. I think it's commendable.
He promised to discuss his observations with his boss, Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, whom he described as a listening leader.
The office of Deputy Governor is just an integral part of the whole system. So I discovered that there is need for innovation, to deploy technology, into the system of operations. So, and like I said earlier, I will also share this with the Mr. Governor, my boss. And the confidence I have is that he's a listening governor, and he has that passion again to make sure that things are done differently and done well.
The administrative secretary in the office of the deputy governor, Mr. Idewojo, said the visit was a motivation which would spur them to perform better.
We are going to prepare with you fully, and this visit is a first of its kind. I'm not sure we've had the deputy governor come in so like this before. It's the first one, and we are.
The deputy governor was received on arrival by top government functionaries.
Ondo State House of Assembly has screened and confirmed the appointments of 5 commissioner nominees sent by the State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa. Mr. Olukayode Ajulo, SAN, Engineer Razak Obe, Pastor Emmanuel Ibason, Barrister Akinwumi Shore, and Mr. Osini Oyini. The Speaker, Olamide Oladiji Jori Plenary, announced the ratification following the submission approval of recommendations of the Selection Committee and adoption of the lawmakers through a voice vote. The House had earlier conducted screening exercise for the nominees at the Assembly Complex by the House Committee of Selection, headed by the Speaker of the House. Presenting the report of the House Selection Committee at the plenary, the Vice Chairman of the Committee and Deputy Speaker, Prince Ampayomi Akeronton, said the nominees have clear understanding of the positions, adding that they possess the required academic qualifications, physically, mentally, and emotionally stable, and fit to accomplish the tasks. In a bid to promote food security and sufficiency, Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa has advocated agricultural education and human capacity development as cornerstone for youth empowerment and economic sustainability. The governor, at the official launch of the first Africa's Multi-Skill Entrepreneurship Project, MSTP in Akure, stressed the critical role of equipping students with agricultural skills towards addressing the challenges of food insecurity while fostering entrepreneurship among the youth. Government House correspondent Wahab Ankali now completes the story.
The launch of the Multi-Skill Entrepreneurship Project, first of its kind in Africa, is a public-private partnership arrangement involving the Ondo State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Lend a Hand India Initiative, and Ascent Spring Initiative, which marks a giant step towards promoting education and technology in the state. St. Louis Girls Grammar School, Akure, which hosted the event, is one of the 9 schools selected as pilot beneficiaries of the initiative. In her address of welcome, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Mrs. Folashade Adegoke, said skills acquisition in the right manner is the catalyst to economic progress of any society, which directly or indirectly puts an end to unemployment.
Multi-skills This foundation has birthed a new dawn in Africa and, more importantly, in Ondo State of Nigeria by bringing the Indian technical know-how for the development of the state through the multi-skill entrepreneurship program. The curriculum is more of practical than theory. This signals the fact that emphasis has been shifted from the accumulation of knowledge to the practical utilization of knowledge.
Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, represented by his Chief of Staff, Mr. Segun Omojua, lauded the initiative and the partnership. He said the project will foster entrepreneurship development in schools with a view to enhancing students' employability and entrepreneurial acumen.
Our administration in Ondo State is fighting tooth and nail to ensure the continued provision of functional education and human capacity development for its citizenry.
The governor, who restated the dedication of his administration to advancing education at all levels, said agric education is key to eradicating food insecurity.
Government alone cannot bear the funding of education. That is why I must, on behalf of the good people of Ondo State, most sincerely appreciate Lend a Hand India and its partner, Ascent Spring Entrepreneurship and Ondo State-based social enterprise for making our dear state first among equals, because I was rightly informed that MSTP is meant for African countries and that Ondo State is the first point of contact.
Beautiful fireworks.
Vocational tools and equipment worth millions of naira were procured and installed in all the 9 secondary schools participating in the pilot phase of the program, while vocational instructors and administrative staff that will manage the program throughout the 3-year phase were also employed. Wahab Bankole, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, the governors of Kwara State, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, Taraba Abdulkefas, Ondo, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, and Kogi Ahmed Ododo on Monday stormed Abuja headquarters of the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to push for increased crop production to ensure food security in Nigeria. Governor Abdulrazak, who doubles as the chairman of Nigeria's Governors Forum, said the decision is aimed at tackling food inflation and food shortage in the country. The governors told Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, that adequate concentration should be given to food security. It was reported that youth and women protested in Mina, Niger State, over what they called the biting hardship and the rising cost of food and harsh living condition in Nigeria. Governors Abdulrazak, who spoke on behalf of the firm, stated that the Anchor Borrowers Program that was previously implemented by the Central Bank of Nigeria under its former boss, Gordon Mayfield, did not achieve much. He, however, called on the Agric Minister to work hard to meet the food targets of government, as this was vital for Nigerian masses, adding that state governors would work with the ministry. The struggle for the enrollment of national identification number is an occurrence many Nigerians now have to survive. For some, this could take days, others weeks or even months, as some Nigerians are real enough. The difficulty described the process as one with hesitation and time consuming. Osrc Said Arabisa has more.
The national identification number has become a necessity for many Nigerians for different reasons, whether it is to aid registration for the joint admissions and matriculations examination or to recover blocked phone numbers, among others. This situation has resulted in a resurgence of long queues at the National Identity Management Commission office in Akure, the Ondo State capital.
I need my NIN code. The number, that's what I need. I want to use it to color my profile code for JAMB. That is all I need. And we cannot do the NIN 2 times. We cannot do it twice. So we came here to complain. They were like, we should come early morning today. We came 6 o'clock. I was here. Still, they do nothing about it. It's my 3 weeks here now. 3 weeks late.
They blocked my form. That is my reason of coming here. They say I should fill form, and that one has done. Then immediately get into their office. They say the time has gone. that I should
I want to renew my traveling documents. So, and when I did my NIN, the time I came into the country, and from their office they have that same mistakes, and they forgot to include my my middle name. And it's time for me to renew my document, and getting to the immigrations, and they asked for my NIN, and then I find out that my middle name is not including my NIN. So I was kind of, what's the meaning of all this? I don't know why the whole system is just somehow, you know. So I've been here since 2 hours now, just to make that little correction for them to just, okay, what's your name? To my own psychology, what's your name? Can you call your NIN number? And to just enter, okay, since it's just a little mistake, to just enter that David. That is all.
Amidst this quest and struggle is this special needs woman come in the difficulty that has accompanied the process.
It's not easy for me at all. Charge bá mi ṣe nǹkan tí mo wá ṣe náà ní problem. Ó yẹ kí gbogbo nǹkan wọ̀nyí kan lè máa dá wa lóhùn bẹ́ẹ̀. A fẹ́ sanwó ni o, a fẹ́ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ kan lè dá mi lóhùn pẹ̀lú condition tí mo wà. Ẹsẹ̀ kan ni mo fi rìn. This is the third time tí màá wálé ní mo dẹ̀ tún ń bọ̀ bá.
I've been here since last week. Almost 5 o'clock every day, up till now. No headway. And they are compelling people now. If you go inside, you will see myriads of heads there. This one will bring his own policy. This one will bring his own policy. But the implementation is totally bad.
Some Nigerians cried out over alleged extortion, raising concerns over what they described as exorbitant fees required to be paid for the national identification number to be processed.
Extorting everyone, at least they will say we should go and pay money again for something that the country has given us freely to register. Now it's bringing money back. These people that you are seeing, they say, okay, go and do it and go and pay money. So this is disturbing everybody. The real objective of the national ID card has failed.
Owó tí mo ti dé pé bífì ẹ̀yìn ṣe bákan pé wọ́n ṣẹ́ǹjì orúkọ síra ní báǹkì torí nípa bífì ẹ̀yìn kò ní fọ́ọ̀tì NIN mi kò ní fọ́ọ̀tì ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò yé yín orúkọ tí mo jẹ́ fi ń ṣí àkáǹtì ní báǹkì wọ́n ní wọ́n wá gbèsè pé wọ́n gbé àjà sí àárín pé wọ́n gbé wọ́n sí àárín ìfọ̀nàṣà àti àjà tí mo ti ná pẹ̀lú owó tí mo ná lé rí báyìí ó lọ síbi 25,000 naira.
Efforts to get official response from the Commission proved abortive. However, as part of measures to facilitate the national identity number enrollment, the federal government has sent out monitoring and evaluation teams across various NIN enrollment centers aimed at ensuring the smooth running of enrollment and modification exercises across the federation. It remains to be seen what effect this team will have on reducing the burden placed on Nigerians. Sahid Arabisala, Osrc News.
You're still watching Osrc News at 7. After the break, African Development Bank to begin disbursements of $540 million Industrial Development Fund to boost food security. Please, do rejoin us. Thank you very much for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng. No fewer than 149 suspected criminals have been arrested from different black spots across in the state by men of Ondo State Security Network codenamed Amotekun Corps. The Ondo State commander of the Corps, Adetunji Adeleye, while parading the suspects in Akure, said they were inside trucks when they were arrested from 3 local government areas of the state. Our correspondent, Kunle Ario, reports.
This came barely a week that the corps commander paraded 31 suspected criminals whose offenses range from kidnapping, housebreaking, illegal possession of firearms, among others. According to the state commander of the corps, Adetunji Adeleye, the state witnessed influx of strange people within the forest reserve areas a week ago. He said the majority of the people who claimed to be hunters were arrested around the black spot where there were robbery operations and kidnapping. He added that the arrested 149 suspects have been profiled, while some of them are still being questioned.
We have today 149 people that were arrested in 3 local governments. These people claimed that they were coming to Ondo State as hunter. The surprising thing to start with is that they carefully concealed and kept their weapons, which is on display, bags of India M, and cutlasses, hats, carefully concealed under their vehicles.
He said the state would no longer tolerate people without mission to enter into the forest areas.
Yes, as a Nigerian, they have a right to go to anywhere in the country, but they don't have a right to go with weapons. As hunters, we will have expected that they will have consulted to find out the limitations. In Ondo State forestry reserves, the government is very clear. If you are an hunter, you want to enter the reserve, you register.
It would be recalled that the Ondo State Governor, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, last week directed that all criminal elements in the state must be smoked out, and now the governor also directed that buses conveying pupils in the state must be protected and placed on serious surveillance. Kunle Ario, Osrc News.
Vice President Kashim Shettima says all is set for the African Development Bank AFDB Group to commence the disbursement of $540 million to the first phase of states in Nigeria for the development of Special Agro-Industrial Processing Zones (SAPZS) as part of moves by the Nigerian government and the bank to ensure food security in the country. 3 states are to benefit from phase 1 of the development of processing zones, including Oyo, Kaduna and Cross River, while others are to get theirs as soon as they are through with documentation. Senior Special Advisor on Industrialization to the AFDB President, Professor Banji Oyinka, said this when a delegation of the bank and that of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, presented their separate reports on the status of projects being executed in Nigeria to Vice President Kashim Shettima at the presidential villa. He further explained that the first phase of SABS is being implemented in 7 states, namely Cross River, Imo, Kaduna, Kano, Kwara, Ogun, and Oyo, as well as the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. In his response, Vice President Shettima called for immediate action, saying all hands must be on deck to ensure that the visions of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu are delivered to the Nigerian people. Officials of National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, today enforcement on ban of sachets of alcoholic drinks in Osun. It was reported that NAFDAC officials visited some of the factories where the alcoholic beverages were being produced in sachets, PETs, and glass bottles of 100 ml and below in Osogbo, Ilisha, and Ile-Ife. Speaking during the enforcement operation, Assistant Director, NAFDAC Investigation and Enforcement Directorate, Lagos, Mr. Dari Moses, said the ban became necessary due to the abuse of alcoholic drink by Nigerians, especially the youth. He added that due to its low quantity and affordability, many young Nigerians were in the habit of abusing it, which was affecting their mental health. The federal government has announced a plan to build 6 new cancer treatment centers in 6 tertiary care facilities across Nigeria. The Minister of State for Health, Dr. Tunji Alausa, service at the World Cancer Day Symposium in Abuja with the theme Economy of pharmaceutical companies from Nigeria. It blames the exit of pharmaceutical companies from Nigeria was due to the non-domestication of their products in the country. Alausa said the cancer treatment centers will be built in the University of Madrid Teaching Hospital, Enugu, Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Zaria, Federal Tertiary Hospital, Katsina, University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Benin, University of Jos Teaching Hospital, Jos, and Lagos University Teaching Hospital, Lagos. He added that the treatment center was evenly allocated to the 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria to enable improved and quick access to cancer response and treatments. The immediate younger brother of the former Minister of Aviation, Adi Sirika, Abubakar Ahmed Sirika, has been arrested by operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, while he is accused of conspiracy, abuse of office, diversion of public funds, contract inflation, criminal breach of trust, and money laundering amounting to over 8 billion naira. According to the commission, the sum is for 4 aviation contracts from the former minister to a company known as Engeros Nigeria Limited, owned by his younger brother. The Nigeria Customs Service has denied involvement in the death of a teenager at the Jibia border area. The National Public Relations Officer of the service, Abdullahi Maiwada, in a statement emphasized that the agency has no part in the death of the teenage boy, however, extended the service's heartfelt condolences to the family of the deceased. According to the resident, the boy was killed on Saturday in Jibia by a driver of a commercial vehicle who assumed that it was being chased by customs officers and rammed into passerby around Tudunwada Primary School, Jibia, killing the boy in the process. Although many residents who spoke under the condition of anonymity claimed the accident was a result of the presence of custom operatives in the area. However, reacting to this, Maiwada said it is important for the service to put a record straight on what happened. And now to the foreign scene. At least 3 people have died in a powerful storm that has hit the U.S. state of California. Heavy rain and strong winds have caused flooding and mudslides and downed power lines across the region. Kemisola Ojamo has details.
Floodwaters swept through streams, rivers, and neighborhoods from San Diego to San Francisco, with as much as 35 centimeters of rain predicted for some areas. The slow-moving storm system, termed an atmospheric river by meteorologists, also lashed the state with wind gusts around 95 kilometers per hour. The Los Angeles River, normally a nearly dry concrete channel, was transformed into a torrent close to overflowing its banks. In St. Charles, the fire department rescued 3 people and several dogs trapped by the rising Guadalupe River.
We launched our boats, got them out of the water, and successfully got them to shore.
In Sacramento, large trees toppled, causing power outages, and hundreds of thousands of people are without electricity in Central and Northern California. In San Francisco, Bay Area roads were flooded and residents piled up sandbags. In San Diego, entire neighborhoods were flooded and some people were forced to climb up on their roofs for safety. Police and fire department as well as mayors urge people to stay home and stay safe. But as always, some treated the emergency as luck, including one person who rode a surfboard down a flooded rock-strewn canal. In Los Angeles, slides damaged homes and blocked highways, leading to mandatory evacuations. While in the Sierra Nevada mountains, heavy snow could create whiteout conditions, making traveling hazardous. Altogether, 38 million people are under flood watch. The storm is suspected to last for another day or more. Kemi